I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're here at the top of the BT Towers. We're moving, we might be a bit dizzy, but for the first time in a while actually, joined by Tommy Fletcher. So first of all, how are you, mate?
I'm all good, Joe, mate. Come out here today, support Joyce and that. Like you said, we're moving right now. They probably can't see it on air, but yeah, we're moving, mate. Don't go too dizzy.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought you would be on this card, mate, with S-Jam. I know you like to be on Joyce's card. Just a bit more time in the gym just to reflect on your last fight, ready to go again soon?
That's it, yeah. After my last fight, I wanted to get back in the gym. I went back to the gym straight away, just tightened up on a few things. And yeah, I've got another fight date yet, waiting to be announced, but like I said, just tighten up on a few things and come back again with a proper good performance, and I think I'll get a knockout.
I know you weren't ecstatic with your performance last time after speaking to you, but they're invaluable learning rounds. So just after a bit of time of reflection, like how do you reflect on that fight?
Well, listen, if you look at my fights so far, everyone I've boxed, they've all come to win. They're not probably, I wouldn't say they're elite level opponents, but they've all come and give it a go. Where Daryl Sharp, when I fought him, he weren't there to come fight. He was there to get in there, tuck up, be negative and get paid, take as less punishment as he can. So where I was on the card, I was on 2 before the main event. It was a lovely, lovely slot. Like, if I had a better opponent that was actually giving it a go, I think if I would have knocked him out, my stock could have went up in value, crazy amounts. But like I said, Daryl Sharp, he's a very, very good, sturdy journeyman, and he's a tough man to stop. So I think with them journeymen, if you don't stop him, that's almost like a win for them. You know what I mean? Like, they're back out next week. Where if I would have stopped Daryl Sharp, that would have probably been a bigger statement than what all my fights would have been so far. But yeah, if I would have had that knockout like I got in the O2 on my fight before that, it would have been crazy. I think with that amount of people there and the exposure that I had on that fight.
Just a word on Joyce then, obviously management stable, mate. Think he gets the job done in a very tough fight on Saturday night against Yilei Zhang?
100%. I'll be I'll be very surprised if Joe don't stop him. And I sparred Joe myself the other week, one of his last spars for his camp, and man, he's relentless. He's so fit, yeah. I remember the first few rounds I was in there, I was moving, I was light on my feet and that, moving. I thought, third round, I thought he might slow up a bit now, like get into it, but no, like he's like a machine, mate. Once you start cranking the handle, he just gets faster and faster and stronger and stronger. Like, he comes on well later rounds, 100%.
Yeah. So, for you, in your mind, is this the last fight for him before he gets the big world title fight? Because he really deserves it now, doesn't he? Yeah,
it's got to be. You know what I mean? Like, you see who he's fought so far. I'm very surprised that he hasn't had a massive fight yet, like Wilder, Fury, or Joshua. But to be honest, I think they're genuinely scared of him. Like, I think he's at the dark horse in the division. When you watch him, and then he looks like he's easy to hit and he's beatable and that, and he's slow, whatever people might say about him. But you know what? When I sparred him, he's not actually that slow. I think like he's very deceiving when you look at him on YouTube or whatever, on BT. He's a bit deceiving, but till you stood in front of him, actually trading with him, then it's a different story, I think. And that's why he had 14 or 15 fights, 14 stoppages. So the record speaks for itself.
Let's move back to yourself then. You say you've got a date, it's not been announced yet, so we can't really go into that, but I'm assuming it's going to be soon. I'm assuming you're looking to make that statement you couldn't quite make last time.
Of course, you know what, I've had 4 fights now, 3 knockouts. This is going to be my 5th fight, second 6th rounder, so I've been on a good roll, really. You know what I mean? Like, Queensborough are looking after me, and but I want to be up there with these big names. I want to get in the mix with these boys, because you can sit around fighting low-level opposition and that, and pouncing about. I want to get up there with these top names and be a proper credible name in the cruiserweight division. And I think all the cruiserweights in England, I think that domestically, they know that I'm coming up through the division, and I'm coming ready to take over. You know what I mean?
I know you're not one to call out any individuals, but at your kind of level, domestically, kind of getting to that level as the young prospects in the cruiserweight division, have you got a message for them to kind of watch out for yourself?
I've not got a message for him, but like plain and simple, yeah. Anyone in like just starting out pro now in the cruiserweight division, 4-rounders to 8-rounders, around that sort of level, I will wipe the floor of them. They're all a bunch of clowns to me. You know what I mean? I think I'll smash all of them. And I won't mention no names, but realistically, I think I'm the one leading the pack right now in the cruiserweight division at the low level domestically. So as I step up, then you'll see me in there in time. Like I said before, I'm only 21 years old. I'm in no rush, but I think I'll smash the lot of them, you know.
Do you think, that being said, if you get through some of these kind of guys at the same level as you, you're making that statement which proves that you can be moved that little bit quicker?
Yeah, like who though? Like who are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know, mate. There's a lot of names. They could be in-house, and Frank's always saying he wants to make these in-house fights. They're easy to make, so I think we'll have to look through Frank's stable and pick a few names out, but I'm sure that's something you can do with your management team.
I think I'll beat every Queensbury fighter at cruiserweight division. Not even like being cocky or being rude or anything. That's just facts. I think I'm the young. No, I don't know if I'm the youngest cruiserweight, but I think I'll beat them all. You know what I mean? I'll beat them all.
Last one then. Prediction for Joe Joyce on Saturday night when he takes on Zhang?
My honest and truthful prediction is I think they come out, have a measure first round, and I think it'll be quite cagey. And I think maybe Zhang might take the first 2-3 rounds. I think Joyce, he weathers the storm a bit, and then I think he starts unloading, and I think Zhang was going to get tired in this fight. When he'll come out, he might be able to handle the pace for a few rounds, but I think when it gets to 5 and 6 and that, maybe even before then, but when he starts feeling the pace and realises that he can't really slow Joyce down, I think you're going to see, I think he'll break his heart a little bit. But then, saying that, you see when he fought that, what's his name, Filip Hrgovic, is that his name? Yeah, he did, people say he gets tired, but he did still, like he said in the press conference just now, he said, like 11th round, he's still letting combinations off, so you can't really say he always gets tired. But I think this fight, he will start to blow a bit, and I think Joyce will get on top of him and stop him. But you never know, it could go the distance. But I can only see one winner in this fight, 100,000,000% Joyce, 100%.
Tommy, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and hopefully see you in the ring very soon.
Of course, Joe, thank you ever so much. And just want to thank all my sponsors and all my team, S-Jam, everyone. Without them, I wouldn't be able to be training, doing what I'm doing like a professional athlete, and you'll see me out in the ring soon.
To not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,